All right, welcome back. It is 7:46, 10 degrees outside, and with the mercury so low, these freezing temperatures can be particularly dangerous for pets. Dr. Nikki Eaton, that is a veterinarian at the Animal Hospital of Polaris. Nikki, thanks for being here this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Who did you bring with you?
This is Sydney. This is one of my 5 dogs.
Hi, Sydney. All right, so we've got to talk about dogs and cats with these cold temperatures here. It's freezing outside. They've got to go out and do their business.
Yes.
How dangerous is it for them?
Well, if they spend extended periods of time outside, it can be dangerous. So things that you want to watch for is knowing your dog or your cat. They do have fur coats on, but their extent of their fur coats is very different. As you can see from Sydney, she's very thick, has a very thick fur coat, so she goes outside, doesn't seem to have a problem with being outside for 15-20 minutes. But then you could have a dog like my bulldog that does not like to spend any time out there, even though she's a big dog. She has a very small fur coat, very thin fur coat.
And then, you know, they're walking around on the ice and the snow outside, going to the bathroom, maybe going for a walk. What about their paws? I mean, they can get frostbitten and salt in them and that sort of thing.
Yes, they can. So I tell people, if you can put booties on your dog and your dog will take to them, go ahead, put booties on them. Some dogs won't take to them. So if your dog's not going to take to the booties, then the best thing that you can do is take them outside, let them do their business, bring them back inside, and make sure that you wipe those feet really well. All
right, so there's some breeds like Huskies where I think some people are like, oh, they're fine, they love this. You know, that's not really the case, is it? I mean, all dogs get cold and they can get frostbitten.
Yes, they can, especially in kind of their extremities, just like us, you know, ears, nose, the places that aren't protected. So yes, Huskies were meant to be cold weather dogs, but what you have to understand is if they're in your house and they're a house dog, they're still not used to that weather outside. So it is, again, watching your dog, gauging your dog, making sure that they're doing okay outside and not just saying, well, we're a Husky, we can stay outside.
And do we want to change their diet in the wintertime when it's this cold too? I mean, they've got to be burning more calories out there too.
No, not necessarily, especially if you're not taking them outside to go for as many walks. If anything, just like with people, you may be decreasing their calories. Because if they're not going outside and going for their walks like they normally do, they probably will be picking up more calories.
So what do you do with the dog? Like my 2 dogs, it's too cold for them to be outside. I've got 2 Pekingese. What do you do for exercise then when it's too cold and they're just sitting inside all day long?
So some of the things that you think about, I mean, you have smaller dogs, so maybe you can throw the ball inside and get them to do stuff. Now the bigger dogs, we do see an increase in doggy daycare. So people are bringing their bigger dogs to doggy daycares so that they're getting the exercise that they need.
All right. So how does Sydney like the cold weather?
She loves the cold weather.
She does?
Yes. So she begs to go out there and play in the snow.
We're running out of time, but what about coats and putting coats and sweaters on dogs?
Very good idea. If the dog will take to it, it is not a bad idea at all. Coats, booties are all okay.
All right. Nikki Eaton, thanks so much.